Well, you don't see this every day. We're recording this at almost 10:30 at night my time.
And on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. It's pretty rare that we do this on a Tuesday, especially at nighttime of all places. But Wyatt ended up getting a job, so it's a little bit more.
About time.
It's a little bit harder to record these, but we roll.
Hey, it's gonna start end up becoming a night recording session because I'll be working all week and Saturdays. Well, half a day Saturdays, so
yeah. But that's not gonna stop us from recording these podcast episodes. Speaking of, we're in the double digits, Wyatt. This is the 10th edition of the Gamers Top NASCAR. As always, I'm Elijah Leonard, and alongside is the co-host, Wyatt Walker. And I gotta tell you, Wyatt, Pocono worked in some very mysterious ways this year. Some very mysterious ways, let me tell you. Trucks, by far, I thought wasn't too bad. Unfortunately, missed the finish. Xfinity, what in the absolute heck? Jeb Burton, liftoff on the front stretch. Never seen anything like that before. And the Cup race. So much controversy surrounding that. But let's talk about it. What do we think about this weekend?
Well, let me just get this off the back here. I did not watch the truck, or literally I was trying to get into the Xfinity race. I literally popped up at the end where the winner was doing his big. We'll get to that in a minute, but I'll explain. But so I didn't get to see truck or Xfinity. I heard what happened, and I showed up on stage 2 on the Cup race. I was having a hard time trying to get those races watched.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but all in all, from what I hear, it was pretty, like you mentioned, pretty good, wild, and controversy.
Yeah. So much.
I'd say let's start off with the good, and you could probably explain that more than I can.
Well, I'll say this for starters. The truck race, I thought, was probably the calmest compared to Xfinity and Cup. Chandler Smith, man, according to this, he put on a clinic. 49 out of the 60 laps led.
49
out of 60. He was the top guy of the field. Ryan Preece led 6 laps. Christian Eckes led 5. And those are pretty much, from what I see here, the only 3 leaders.
Huh. I would have thought like Nemechek or who did I pick to win?
I can't remember. I
forgot who I picked to win.
I really don't know, to be quite honest with you.
And you're frozen on, man. Some bitch.
There they are. Technical difficulties.
Oh. I am having random freezes for no reason. I don't understand what's going on. Last episode was no issue free. Was finally issue free. Now, ever since I started, I'm having random freeze ups. So I can't see the entry and all that crap. So that's
man. But yeah, I can't remember who you picked, to be honest.
I don't remember. I don't remember either. It's I remember who I picked for Xfinity, but we're still wrong on that one. But yeah, I think I chose Chandler Smith as a dark horse, though.
I think you did, but I don't know if I said the same thing. But I mean, he wasn't just the dark horse. He was
the winner,
the top guy.
Also, let's go ahead. Sorry,
I was gonna say he won this race in convincing fashion, but yeah, back to what you were saying.
I was going to say I actually need to make sure I pulled this up real quick. Oh, it's over here. We now have the playoffs set for the Truck Series.
Yes.
Our guys in the playoffs, if it'll load up and scroll down, are as followed. Zane Smith, our regular season champion, I might add.
Yep.
Well deserved. Chandler Smith, Ben Rhodes, John Nemechek, Stewart Friesens. Those are the four that already have a win.
Yep.
Win or wins.
Yeah, that's right.
Then you got the ones who locked in on points. Christian Eckes, Ty Majeski, and Carson Hocevar.
Which
Now,
means
oh,
the
go ahead.
two that ended up getting in through Pocono
Okay, 1 minute. Sorry.
were Grant Enfinger and Matt Crafton. And
We kind of. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Go ahead.
And I was gonna say we were heavily focused on Derek Kraus versus Matt Crafton. We thought we almost rode out Grant Enfinger, but by golly, he pulled through, man. He pulled through. Has the 9th seed going into IRP this weekend.
And I was mentioning like we were I was about to say kind of the same thing. We were more focused on the Crafton Kraus deal. Then we kind of figured Edfinger would get his way in. We kind of knew this already.
Yeah.
But we weren't 100% sure if Kraus was going to point his way in, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Which I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, I'm glad Crafton got in.
Yeah. I mean,
go ahead.
I was kind of thinking Kraus was going to have the speed to get in, because as I've said many times before, ever since Gateway, he had just popped up like out of nowhere, competing for wins here left and right. And it's a shame that he hasn't gotten one yet, but still, he's up there in the mix. He's close, exactly. He's
close. I think he's going to get one by next year. I really think he's going to do that. I think Haley Deegan's been. I know she didn't finish this week. I don't remember where she finished this week, but I know she's been starting to finish pretty decent.
Oh, well, you talk about Haley Deegan. Well, I found out where she finished. Finished 33rd.
Oh yeah.
And towards the end of the race because of brake issues.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about her. She hasn't been doing the best.
Well,
I wish she could do better, but I just don't know.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, she kind of has that roller coaster effect on her. She'll either run really good, or something's gonna happen to her.
Exactly.
It's like it's like we're at the point now where it's just like we've gone from, oh, don't ever count out Haley Deegan because she'll probably win one, to you don't know what to really expect with her anymore. And I really hate saying that because she is super talented. Super talented.
So let's go ahead and go with the finishing results. So we already mentioned Chandler Smith is our winner. Ryan Priest got second.
Mm-hmm.
John Henry Nemechek third. Corey Heim fourth. Carson Hocevar fifth. Austin Hill. We did not know he was in the entry list till the day, actually till that he was in. And after that I messaged him. I'm like, oh, we're in for a shocker because Hill was a good choice. Hill was he ran pretty good there too. So that was a really good one on Austin Hill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though he qualified 31st.
Well, that was because practice and qualifying got rained out, so that's why he started back there.
Makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay. Then we got Ty Majeski, Christian Eckes, Derek Kraus, who still finished ahead of Matt Crafton, who finished 15th, but still did not get in.
Yeah. Oof.
Got Tanner Gray, Chase Purdy, Matt DiBenedetto in the nice top 12.
Still not enough to get him in, though.
Yeah.
But there's probably a chance he might, and I say this might very loosely here, might close out the year with one win, and if anywhere, it's Talladega. So keep your eyes on that.
I mean, keep an eye on some of the tracks we have upcoming in the truck series. We have this one's upcoming as a wild card, so this truck race coming up. I think it's the short track at Indy, so it's kind of going to be a wild card.
Indy road course. They haven't been there in a long time though, so it is going to be a wild card for a lot of these guys.
They're not going to the Indy road course.
No, well, not the Indy road course. Indy IRP.
Yeah, you said Indy road course.
Future me, edit that out. No, edit it to where I said IRP, not Indy road course. So please, thank you. I'll pay you extra. See, exactly.
You'll pay yourself extra.
Yeah, I'll just take money out of my savings and put it in my checking.
You don't need to pay yourself to be extra, buddy.
Hey, I can still pay myself. It's a good way of paying myself, all right? Leave me alone.
Anyways, Zane Smith, our regular season champions, got 13th. Friesen 14th. I actually thought I was going to do a lot better.
Yeah.
Ankrum, we already said Kraft at 15th. Ankrum 16th. Edfinger 17th. That's actually surprising. How far in points was that battle? I actually need to look up that. How close was it?
How close was that points battle between
Yeah,
Kraus and Crafton?
And Edfinger. Edfinger finished lower than both of them.
Well,
so while you look that up, Colby Howard 18th, Ben Rhodes 19th. He was going strong in the beginning, but now Rhodes is just falling off. I'm afraid he may get past his first round, but I'm afraid won't be past the second.
Probably. No. Excuse me. Man. But
Tate Vogelman top 20. Max Gutierrez, a good finish for him.
Yep.
Lawless Allen, Kaz Gralla, Dean Thompson, Caden Honeycutt, Jesse Little, Chris Wright, Timmy Hill, Blaine Perkins, Tyler Hill. Don't even know how to.
Armani Williams.
Armani Williams, Spencer Boyd, Haley Deegan, Josh
Rayom,
yeah, Jack Wood, and 800 start man, Todd Bodine. I didn't even know he was in this race.
Yeah, this was his last one for the year, and I find his wreck hilarious though. So you remember of how Haley Deegan had talked about, oh, he's one of those guys that's just like, oh, race with respect, and he goes out and he does that. You remember when he he went way wide coming off of turn 2, I think at Texas,
yeah,
and put her in the wall. Well, what happened going into turn 1 was Haley Deegan had cut down onto Todd's nose, and that sent him around. And I thought, man, the irony with that, man. The freaking irony.
I don't know, but that's not a good way to have Todd Bodine's 800 start.
No,
so
wrecked out on lap 12, just a fifth of the way through the race.
But that's the race, and I kind of want to do something different before we start to Xfinity. How about we do like a playoff prediction?
Oh, this would be interesting.
Let's do our playoff predictions for the truck race, because I don't know when we're going to get into I don't know when we're going to get in for Cup and Xfinity, but at least right now, since the playoffs are starting, we could do trucks.
Yeah, let's just do truck predictions. All right, so this will be interesting. You want to go first?
I've been going first a lot. I want to see what you come up with.
All right.
Let's start off. I think we should start off with just the round. We'll start off with who we think is going to be the first 2 eliminated in the round of 10, and then we'll take out the 4 in round of 8. Then we'll say who our champion is. We won't have to do like the other finishing places, but who we think.
And we won't even have to figure out who wins where.
We won't have to worry about that, at least. We'll get to those. We'll say who we think is going to win in future videos, but let's just do like who's going to be eliminated each round and who we think the champion's going to be.
Oh, of course, yeah. So, round 1. Oh boy, I think the first 2 that are going to get eliminated. My gosh, this is kind of tough here because all these guys are actually pretty good. So I'm gonna say for round 1 eliminations, first 2 to go. Man, Ty Majeski I feel like will be the first to go, and the second guy that will be eliminated from round 1. All right. I think I'm going to say for the first round elimination, I really am not seeing Grant Enfinger advance on for some reason. I really am not, because don't get me wrong, he always, the 23 GMS team always brings really good and fast handling trucks. But this year, Grant Enfinger is just another one of those guys where he'll either do really good or he'll either suck. Not terribly, but to the point where you don't typically see a GMS guy running in 15th all the time.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
So, and that's not a knock, or that's not a shot at the 23 team or Grant Enfinger. They're both really good teams and really good driver as well. But I just am not looking at Grant Enfinger advancing on round to round 2. So Majeski and Finger gone.
I just want to point out, just like, I really wish they would have done the truck series a whole lot simpler. Do 3 drivers eliminated each round. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so that way you can get to the final 4 faster.
Exactly. It's like, so we don't have to worry about the confusion with 2 eliminated one round and then 4 the next. I'm like, that don't sound
Well,
right.
it's just like, you don't want to worry about like easy difficulties. Just like, oh boy, like, as long as we stay inside the top 8, we're good to go, right? And then you get to round 2. Oh shoot, we're probably gonna get eliminated.
Yeah, that I don't like that.
Right.
I honestly don't.
Yeah.
You get the final 4 either way. Just eliminate 3 drivers at a time.
Yeah.
I just don't like that personally.
Round 2 eliminations. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt. I'm going to say for my round 2 eliminations, Stuart Friesen, Ben Rhodes. Oh, boy, this is really going to hurt. Carson Hocevar. And let's go. Oh, I really thought he won there. I guess not. So I got Friesen, Rhodes, and Hocevar.
You got between 2 teammates.
All right.
You got between. I think you're confused. I'll tell you the drivers you have not said yet. At least.
No, I
think I have an idea of the 4 you're going to the final, but I think the last 2 you're trying to think are teammates. Unless you're
the last one I'm thinking is either I want to go with somebody who I think is gonna get eliminated, or if I want to go with a shocker.
True.
Let's go with the shock factor. Chandler Smith.
Okay. Really? Well, when you said shocker, that was the first guy I thought of, but you're going Chandler Smith at the shocker elimination.
The shock factor there.
So here's your final 4, if I'm correct on this. You have Zane Smith, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
John Hunter Nemechek.
Yep.
Christian Eckes.
Yep.
And Matt Crafton.
Shock factor, baby. Here's the thing.
Really?
Eckes.
Okay.
I thought Eckes won at Gateway, but I guess that's not the case.
No. No, that was Corey Heim.
Okay.
He got second.
Okay. So that's right.
The only race Eckes won was Vegas
last year.
Right.
But, okay, so here's my thing with this final 4. Smith, Nemechek, Eckes, Crafton. So that you have a 75% chance that a Toyota is going to win the championship. But here's the thing with Zane Smith. Front Row Motorsports has just been on the dot with their trucks. They have been on the dot with their truck program. They've got 3 wins this year. So he's the odds-on favorite.
Let's not forget the fact that the last 2 Championship 4 appearances, he got second place twice.
Yeah. So, and then we have John Hunter Nemechek, who, of course, we thought was going to have, 9 wins before the year was done. No,
Yeah.
we're way wrong with that, but he's still got the speed. Matt Crafton, he's already broken the system before, so he could very well do it again. And Christian Eckes, here's the deal with Eckes. This adds on to that shock value kind of deal that I've got going on here. Eckes is outrageously consistent. Like, he is up there.
Yeah,
Inside top 5s, top 10s all race long. He leads laps as well. He's got, as of right now, 77 laps led. It's not a lot compared to Carson Hocevar's led 208, or Zane Smith, who's led the most laps all year, 347. But for what it is, it's not terrible. So I think Eckes, with consistency, with speed, he could potentially pull it off. But that's the shock factor, though. And with the Final Four, I'm not going to use shock factor. I'm going to go specifically with favorites. Zane Smith.
So,
straight up.
Sorry.
Straight up. Zane Smith is finally, third time's going to be the charm for him.
So I'm looking at the schedule right here. We got Lucas Oil, Richmond, and Kansas. So I'm trying to think. I'm thinking past races and current now about my picks.
Yeah.
I do agree with, if it'll pull out, there we go. I do agree with Grant Enfinger. I like Enfinger a lot, but his speed with that team is not really connecting like we all thought he would. I just don't really see it, and I kind of have to say the same with Matt Crafton. Crafton hasn't been up there. I mean, Crafton's been up there battling and stuff, but he hasn't been Matt Crafton.
The Matt Crafton.
It's like he hasn't been. The last few years, he usually like competing for wins, getting wins over and over.
Yeah.
He finally got a win last year, I think. I think it was last year.
No, 2 years ago at Kansas.
2 years ago at Kansas. 2 years ago. Only one win. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it took him like 3 years prior.
3 years. 3 years prior.
At Eldora, I think.
Yep.
Crafton has not been on the ball. He's somehow still able to make the Final Four, but I just don't see it this year. I don't even see him making this next round. I just don't have faith in Crafton this year.
Yeah.
And the track's coming up. I mean, I could see him pulling something off, like where. Let me see it. Like, Lucas Oil is a wild card. My opinion, Lucas Oil is a wild card. Kansas, he's won Kansas a couple years back, but I just think there's a more dominant driver going to win that. In Richmond, I don't know. I just don't see either one. One of them could prove me wrong and win Lucas Oil, but I just don't see it.
Yeah.
For them. The next round, I can pull up the right one. There it is. Bristol, Dega, and Homestead. Oh boy. Let's see, I basically have everyone in the top here. Let's just go ahead and just get this one out of the way. Zane Smith Championship 4.
Yeah.
I think Zane Smith Championship 4. I think Chandler Smith Championship 4. I'm just putting it right there.
Mm-hmm.
I love Carson Hocevar, but I can't. I want to put him up there. I mean, he could sneak his way in there, but I really don't see it.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I don't see Hocevar. Majeski's putting up good fight. I'll say that much, but I don't see Majeski either.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, but our champion is not going to be a two-time. Ben Rhodes, I think, is going to be eliminated as well. He's been off the pace. He is lucky he will not be the first eliminated
Right.
out of the first round.
That's
If it's not Crafton, I think it's going to be Rhodes.
Yeah.
But so that just leaves the thing up the final two spots between Friesen, Nemechek, and Ekis. I think, you know what? I am going to agree with you on Christian Ekis. I wasn't originally going to put him in there, but you're right. He's been consistent lately on almost every track I go to. He's about competing for wins almost all the time.
Yeah.
We're not going to Vegas, unfortunately, but he has the closest one to it is Kansas.
Yeah.
At least on the list I can remember. Yeah. So Talladega's a wild card even then, but when was the last time you actually saw an actual playoff guy win in the Truck Series at Talladega?
Yeah, it's been a while from what I can recall.
So, and I will agree with Christian Ekis. I have doubt he's not going to go far, but I do think, because I agree with what you're saying, I think he will go up there. I think he will.
Yeah.
So that just leaves it for Stuart Friesen and John Hunter Nemechek. So neither one of them has been up to par as I thought they were going to. They got to win.
Yeah.
But I just don't know about either one of them.
Mm.
If I had to choose one or the other on the tracks we're going to, I might have to go with John Hunter Nemechek.
Yeah.
I think Nemechek has a better odds in getting up there than Stuart Friesen.
Yeah.
So my final four is Zane Smith, Chandler Smith, Nemechek, and Christian Ekis. And in that order, I would just switch Ekis, and if I had to choose first through fourth place on that, I would just switch Nemechek and Ekis right then and there. And Zane Smith is still my pick to win champion. Ever since he's won like multiple races with Front Row Motorsports, been on the ball getting stage points, he has been my championship pick. And he's now the regular season champion with still a good amount of points to help him out along the way.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Zane Smith is my champion.
Well, we all know that once we get to the final four, it doesn't matter on points. Points don't matter. It just matters where you finish.
And another reason why Zane Smith is an obvious choice. He's good at Phoenix.
Yep.
You look at the other guys. Yes, Chandler Smith won, but I think Zane Smith, with the help of Front Row, I think he may pull off Smith this time. Nemechek did not do all that well. I don't remember if Ekis raced last year, but I still think Zane Smith is the obvious choice.
Yeah.
And I think Zane Smith is going to get an Xfinity ride next year. I don't know where, but I think it should happen.
Yeah. Well, we've done that with trucks. Now let's move on to Xfinity. I didn't watch Xfinity. All I remember was just keeping up with highlights and just seeing the big crash coming out of turn 3 that involved let's see. It involved Ronnie Bassett Jr., Stantino Ferrucci, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Jeb Burton, liftoff, baby. Jeremy Clements, and I think Yeah, Jeremy Clements. It looks like Sammy Smith didn't wreck out until a little bit later. But all these other guys, my goodness. So I don't know if you saw the video of Jeff Burton taking air, right? I don't know if you saw that.
I saw a video. I don't think I actually saw the actual video, but just damn.
I have never seen anything like that before. Like, the only other thing I could probably relate to it was probably Dale Jr. Steve Park coming off of turn 1 on the Long Pond straightaway. And they both hit the guardrail, and Park just went flying side over side. But this was odd. But here's what I was really happy to see. Noah Gragson, baby. Noah Gragson doing God's work right there, man. And hey, he's another guy that dominated. He led 43 out of 90 laps. Ty Gibbs only led 3. Josh Berry led 9 laps. Justin Allgaier led a good portion, led 22 laps. Then 4 apiece for Austin Hill, Riley Herbst, 3 for Anthony Alfredo, 2 for Brett Moffitt.
Really?
Yeah. I guess Anthony Alfredo led. But here, I did see the finish, though, via Twitter and Instagram. I was thinking to myself, Ty Gibbs, what? Oh, don't you dare say Ty Gibbs. And it said Noah Gragson holds off Ty Gibbs. Oh, thank the Lord above. Oh, my gosh.
And I feel, if I heard it correctly, he raced him clean.
He did. And I told myself like 5 times, that has to be the cleanest pass I've seen from Noah Gragson in a little while this year.
Noah Gragson has been the guy where we thought he was going to be ready. Then Road America happened, and now we're all questioning him. But now he's done that with Ty Gibbs. It don't full on help him, but I think it gives him a little bit of a ump.
Yeah.
And wasn't I giving him crap? Like I didn't know he was going to do good last week.
You might have.
Like I wasn't sure about Noah Gragson. Sure enough, he comes up and he beats my guy I picked, Ty Gibbs.
Thank goodness he did that.
Well, going down the list, Josh Berry, the guy I thought was going to be doing pretty good. I think Josh Berry is a sleeper pick for the Final Four. Josh Berry is definitely a sleeper pick for that Final Four. He's been running up there all good. He's got 2 wins.
Yeah.
I could just see that. Then you got AJ Allmendinger, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Justin Allgaier.
AJ Allgaier.
I know, right? Just Austin Hill, Daniel Hemrick, Cole Custer, which I didn't know was in this race. Also, he's in the next race.
Mm-hmm.
With a lot of other names. We'll get to that here in a few. Landon Castle, Riley Herbst, Brandon Brown, Myatt Snyder, Ryan Sieg, Alfredo, Brandon Jones. You got lucky with that one, but I think you're out first. We're not even close to playoffs yet, but I'm just saying that now.
Yeah.
Moffitt, Kyle Weatherman, Sage Karam, who about 6 years ago, I think, during an Indy race there, had that infamous wreck that killed that one.
Justin Wilson.
I don't know F1.
Yeah.
I don't know F1, so.
That's not F1. That's IndyCar.
IndyCar, I'm sorry.
F1 doesn't race on ovals.
Again, but people are about to give me crap about this. I only do NASCAR stuff. I don't follow on Indy or Formula 1.
Hey,
I don't.
It's like I really don't follow IndyCar, F1 IMSA, or any other form. Well, really any other form of like international style of racing, or but still, like it's either because I don't find the time to do it, or I'm just not interested at all. That's why I've only watched NASCAR, because like that's like the number one motorsport that I've had in my life for the last 20 years. But I know, but as far as, you know, us only watching NASCAR and just not paying attention to any other place, I already know one person that's going to give us a lot of crap for that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. before I finish with results, how about we give the hats off to Jimmy Johnson in his first top 5
Iowa.
at Iowa
Yeah. Thank
in an
goodness.
oval.
On an oval of all places.
Jimmy Johnson, the ovals. We know this was we knew this was going to happen, and he's getting a win. I'm saying this now. One of these oval tracks, he will get a win.
Yeah, honestly.
I
But
don't know if they already did They already did the Indianapolis 500. That's right, same as Coca-Cola 600.
yeah, well, of course they did. I mean, Johnson led like 2 or 3 laps before he made his very, very unfortunate mistake.
Yeah, but I don't know whether tracks are popping up, but I think Texas is coming back on the schedule,
Probably.
and Jimmy Johnson's pretty good at Texas. He won the first race in the new configuration, so
That's true.
uh maybe no Las Vegas isn't going to be on that schedule. What am I talking about?
No, I don't think it's ever coming back on the schedule after what happened a long time ago.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't remember the other ovals, but I know there's going to be some ovals Jimmy Johnson knows. And I think at the very end of the season they finish at Sonoma, and Johnson knows Sonoma.
100%. So, I think if anything, he's definitely probably going to be a guy to beat. Not the guy, though, but a guy to beat.
Yeah. So back to where we left off. Sage Karam, Josh Williams, Kyle Seek, Stephen Parsons, Mason Massey, Ryan Vargas, Bailey Curry, David Starr, J.J. Yaley, Patrick Emmerling, Timmy Hill, Sammy Smith.
He was doing fine, man. He was doing fine right up until lap 53.
Jeremy Clements, the high flyer, Jeff Burton,
Lift off.
Ricky Stenhouse, Satino Ferrucci. I think I said that right.
Yep.
Ronnie Bassi Jr., Alex Obey, and Raja Karuth.
Oh, and I'm looking at this now. Their wreck happened on lap 1. Oh, that hurts so much to look at, especially if it's Raja Karuth, man. That hurts. That really hurts.
That's your boy. That's your Michigan boy, isn't it?
Yeah, that was that. Yeah, the first ever Chick-fil-A Cup Series champion right there.
Now let's go to. Oh wait, let me go see Sanders real quick while I'm here, and don't forget about him. So looking at now, Gregson is still below Allgaier, but he's still now. But now he joined Allgaier and drives with 3 wins.
Yeah.
After he joined Ty Gibbs too, and driving more than 3 wins.
Wow.
They got AJ Allmendinger, Josh Berry, Austin Hill, Brandon Jones. We know those.
Yeah.
Sam Mayer's now up by 139, Herbst 114, Hemrick 39, Ryan Sieg 57, and this is starting to become interesting. Landon Castle up by 47.
Yep.
These guys were just up by in the 80s not that long ago.
Yeah.
Sheldon Creed up by 47, Brandon Brown 66, Alfredo 77, and Moffitt 89. This is going to be interesting. Now we're starting to see a really interesting bubble. Still, obviously, I think Austin Hill is definitely Rookie of the Year. Even if Sheldon Creed gets up here, he's not making. I see Austin Hill making it ahead of the next round before Sheldon Creed.
Well, hands down. Yeah, absolutely. The thing is with Creed, again, he's really good, but just I feel again, ever since he got up to Xfinity, he's really kind of fallen off the deep end. Not too severely. He's still up there, and he still has a chance within these next few races. But on the other hand, if the tides could change, and all of a sudden Sheldon Creed could just start popping up out of nowhere and be consistent as we've never seen Sheldon Creed be consistent before. So, I mean, that could happen, but I don't want to say too much about it.
And I'm currently looking at the regular season points, kind of. Allmendinger still leads them by 16 over Justin Allgaier. 22 by Gibbs. And then you got a huge gap from Josh Berry to Ty Gibbs. Berry has 87.
Yeah.
And
Holy cow.
Gregson's 90. So it looks like the battle is just going to come up between Allmendinger, Allgaier, or Gibbs, unless Josh Berry starts winning more races.
Yeah. Oh my, though.
Josh Berry and Noah Gragson start winning more races, because from that down, Hill is only 147, not even close to either Gragson or Berry.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting coming up. So it looks like from on, unless Berry and Gregson keep winning more, it's going to be Allmendinger, Gibbs, and Allgaier for the regular season champion. And Allmendinger has 2 wins compared to Gibbs 4 and Allgaier 3.
Yeah.
So that says anything. I don't know what does.
Well, it'll be interesting to watch, that's for sure.
Yep.
Now,
Right.
Let us talk about, honestly, what will go down in history as probably one of the wildest, weirdest, and probably one of the most controversial races from Pocono, Cup races in Pocono we've ever seen.
Let's start off by talking about our winner, Denny Hamlin. Oh, wait. No, I'm wrong. It's Chase Elliott.
Well, I was going to go in chronological order here, but you kind of went like, how about this guy? But it's all right.
Wait.
So
I was pre-planning as, like, I'm going to do something funny.
Prior to this race, Kurt Busch had an accident in qualifying. So what happened, and then what eventually ended up happening was he was sidelined because of concussion-like symptoms. Hats off to him for stepping away for those reasons. So that gave the driving responsibilities to Ty Gibbs, who was called up to sub for Kurt Busch in the number 45. Their backup car looked way different than their primary. I think simply because, I mean, they might have borrowed parts from other cars. I don't know. But if it's a part of the paint scheme, very interesting decision on the black in some parts. But Ty Gibbs has to start in the back. And then it's good racing here and there. I mean, I didn't tune until the final 5 laps. And let's see.
The racing was amazing. I saw that. There was a lot of battles.
From what I've seen.
Pretty good amount of battles. The racing was not as boring as we thought it was going to be.
No.
We saw drivers pull away but come back together at times.
Mm-hmm.
It was still amazing. I will give it praise of how, because on short tracks or tracks like that, road courses, for example, Pocono is kind of like a road course type deal.
Yes.
But with that, we're seeing like the good and the bad of the next gen car. Like what makes them really good and what makes them not as good.
So, continuing on here, let's go ahead and talk about the little ring the bell fight, quote unquote. That's what I'm calling it, that we had between Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain. This is towards the end of the race.
I'm saying this now, just because we'll talk about the penalty later on. I'm not sure it was. We thought it was going to be good, but now after that, I'm not sure it's finished now because Ross finished ahead.
So what happened was, for context, Jeff Burton, according to his analyzation, said that Ross drove in the corner deep, which that's a freaking lie. He did not drive in the corner deep. He held his line. it was Denny Hamlin that drove in the corner really deep, gets tight, and starts washing up into Ross Chastain, which looks incredibly intentional. This forces Chastain into the wall, comes down, and right onto the nose of Kevin Harvick. That ruins his day completely. And Ross Chastain wrecks out and was originally scored, I believe, 34th at the time. And Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, go on to finish 1-2 with Chase Elliott third. Now, a couple hours pass, and both of them, Hamlin and Kyle Busch, were disqualified, handing Chase Elliott the win, whom did not lead a single lap in that entire race. And Elliott has said himself, he feels he doesn't deserve that win, and he's not going to boast about it. And what makes it even worse, and what makes this so awkward on the part of Denny Hamlin, first, that victory celebration was just like, what was that? Like he, he's just like, go to sleep, and it's just like, the hand palms up in the air, kind of like this. It's just like, and I don't know what you wanted. Of course, he was pretty honest about his contact with Ross Chastain, so that was pretty intentional on his part. But what made this even worse was at the time when they thought that they had won, Denny Hamlin's daughter, was obviously crying because I don't know if this was pretty emotional for her or not, seeing her dad win. But, you heard the cheers and the boos. I heard more boos than I did cheers, honestly. Denny will disagree. But there's also pictures of her daughter waving the checkered flag in victory lane. And then this happens. The disqualification comes about an hour or two after all of that. Oh my gosh, man. And yes, to your point, Ross still finishes ahead of Denny.
Sorry, I'm just doing something, and yeah, he finished it, but then Hamlin still, so that was crazy. So going off the finishing result, Chase Elliott won, Tyler Reddick second, Daniel Suarez third, Christopher Bell fourth, Kyle Larson fifth, Michael McDowell finished sixth. Good for him. Mark Truex Jr. seventh, Bubba Wallace eighth, Eric Jones ninth, Austin Dillon 10th, Alex Bowman 11th, William Byron 12th, Eric Almirola, Brad Keselowski, good top 15 for him, Chase Briscoe 15th, Ty Gibbs first start, congratulations, nice almost top 15, good run for him, Cole Custer, Ricky Stenhouse, Corey LaJoy, Joey Logano had a crap day, Justin Haley, Ty Dillon, Harrison Burton, Noah Gragson, Todd Gillen, Cody Ware, Kevin Harvick, JJ Yaley, Chris Buescher, McLeod, Cindric, who had a bad start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Ross Chastain, Ryan Blaney, Josh Bilicki, and you got your DQs.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy, man. So that means Denny Hamlin, his win got taken away. It was given to Chase Elliott, so now Elliott is the only 4-time winner this year.
Yeah.
And then everybody else has got 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And yep, that's it.
Yeah.
So from the looks of things, yeah, we still would only need 2 more winners in order to have
2 more winners, and we're getting close.
We're getting really close. So it's crunch time. Ryan Blaney, Truex. Hopefully you can wave a little pixie dust on your cars to make them go woo woo really fast. All right, so we had there were some personal things that had to be tend to on the part of Wyatt, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Here we are, 24 hours later, nearly, and we're back. So we're gonna pick up right where we left off, and we're gonna talk about the chase picture for the Cup Series after
Um,
all of what transpired this past weekend at Pocono.
so going through that, we know Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin. When we said last time, they both disqualified. The wins don't count, etc.
Yeah.
But still, right now we have 2 spots still left with 5 races to go. Last time I remember hearing this was last year,
Yeah.
and we still ended up with like 14 winners.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, pretty close to that. 14 winners.
I do not remember who were the 2 bubble drivers. I know one was Harvick, but I do not remember the other one in the life of me.
Neither do I. It's been too long.
No, it wasn't Eric Almirola. He won his way in. Oh, it was Reddick.
No, really? Oh, yeah.
That's right, because Reddick got in. He was the last one to make it in.
Man, though. That's right. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I cannot remember all the names of the drivers who won last year on top of my head, but let's just say it's getting close. Just looking at the points here, Chase Elliott still is miles ahead by 4. And I was looking at a post not that long ago about like how the regular season points. He
Yeah.
is over 100 points ahead of Ross Chastain. Still
105 right now.
105. Unless Ross Chastain gets some good races and Elliott some bad races here in a few, Chase Elliott has his regular season in the bag.
100%.
And I am starting to see more and more that Chase Elliott is going to be a second. Is going to be not back to back. Going to be a 2-time champion. And I feel like this time, no disrespect to him on 2020, but we were thinking Harvick or Hamlin was going to win that. Elliott just won the race.
Yeah.
So, no disrespect to Chase Elliott, but me saying this, but I think he'll be the actual champion this time.
It's pretty fair to say.
I'd say this one won't be a Mickey Mouse champion, if that's the right term to say. This one will be an actual one.
Yeah. I mean, really, when you think about it, from the way that this chase format plays out, it does play off of wins and just of course making it on to the next round with a little bit of consistency in there. But when you, again, as I mentioned before, when you get down to the final round, points, wins, it don't matter. You got to finish ahead of the other guy. So,
and I feel like I don't know who's going to be in the final 4. I really think I know Chase Elliott's going to be one of them. I think out of all of them, I honestly think Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain has been a championship threat for the last few times.
yeah.
Last few days we talked about him. I really think he's going to be a threat. William Byron we thought was going to be a threat too, but he's falling back.
He's not too far off, though, but he has fallen off quite a bit. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I think his technical issues are dropping a deuce on Wyatt. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. That is not good at all. Oh my gosh. Well, but yeah, to echo off of what Wyatt was saying, he'll probably boot back in here in just a minute. Oh, there he goes. Here he is. But yeah.
Brian. I had no warning.
Oh, no warning at
I
all.
was saying something, and all I heard from you, like, I heard you say, like, oh no, starting internet's going, like, and you made, like, this motion, and then as soon as you said it, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And I was like, oh, you mother.
Yeah, because you just got frozen mid sentence, and I'm just like, oh, his internet's really doing this now. But yeah, Byron.
I don't know.
Uh oh. Uh oh. He's he's having a little bit of some issues. Uh oh. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Well, this has gotten pretty interesting. Oh. And this is a loading screen. Come on. You're almost there. You could do it. Oh, he's not there yet. But yeah. Oh, there he is.
Why do things hate me?
It beats me.
Literally, I can't do crap. I play a game. Stuff goes crap. I try to race online. I'm recording this on Wednesdays. I do league races with the guys I race with on Heat 5. I've known for a couple years. Weekly. And it sucks. And record videos.
Oh, damn.
I'm so damn glad I go to your house where I think it's better. The Wi-Fi's better. Anything that, and that will do some stuff.
Well, when you're
Which
up
I
here.
am taking. Which I am taking my computer, by the way.
Yeah, all right. Well, hey, I mean, at least you won't have to use your computer to do this. So.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how that's going to play out.
All right, but yeah, to your point, Byron, he's still up there, but he's really fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be like a championship 4 favorite, but now he's fallen off. I'd say he's lucky if he even makes it to the round of 8.
Yeah,
With
I would say so.
with the 1 win guys, it's starting to hard to tell like who we think's like the only 2 championship favorites in my eyes are basically Chase Elliott and Ross Chastain. Maybe Ryan Blaney because of how he's been racing lately. He'll be the one to point his way in.
Yeah.
But I don't see anyone else. Christopher Bell, maybe. Kyle Larson, maybe. Reddick, maybe. I just don't know. Like, I hate to say it, but Logano, maybe. Hell, he's the only. I hate to say it, but Logano is another guy I think could go to Phoenix. He's doing well than anyone. Well, not Chase Elliott, Ross saying, but it's like he's doing better than like anyone else in the field.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
from the looks of things, I mean, Logano has slowly built up speed and has slowly built up the potential to win more races. And there are points where he can't put all those puzzle pieces together. But
last week he did not do well at all.
no. No.
Going off the points, we saw the regular people. Ryan Blaney's 105. One Truck Jr. 83. I almost said wrong numbers. They're all above. Harvick is 83 below. Almirola is 140. Eric Jones is 182. And Austin Dillon is 206.
Well, if anything, the battle is on between basically Harvick.
Blaney
Well, yeah. Yeah,
Blaney, Truex, and Harvick.
yeah.
That's if there's no other new winners.
The two long
Austin
shots.
Dillon down. Actually, no. Eric Almirola down are in must wins.
Yeah. I'm going to say I guess since you lumped Eric Jones in there, the only long shot would be Almirola then.
Also, not to mention, I think we should just, on regular story stuff, we should get this one out of the way. I thought he was going to be like, next race, do better than Dillon, and then probably getting himself in the top 20 where he deserves.
Yeah.
Nope. Michael McDowell.
Yeah.
They're appealing to it now. I haven't heard anything back, but apparently Michael McDowell pulled a Brad Keselowski.
It's an L2 penalty for them, so
Minus 100 points. Minus 100 owners points. He is now fallen in the same issue that Brad Keselowski has. On the bright side, though, he's still ahead of Brad Keselowski.
Yeah.
He's stuck behind guys like Cole Custer, Ty Dillon, and them. But he's definitely, if he wasn't in a must-win then, he definitely is now.
100%. So it looks like here, the penalty comes under sections 14.1C, D, and Q, as well as sections 14.5 A and B in the NASCAR rulebook. Those rules apply to the body and overall vehicle assembly rules surrounding modification of a single source supplied part. So basically, they modified a specific part that everybody is given for same thing for like the rest of the other parts that all the teams are given to create that parity amongst the setups. And I guess McDowell's team was one of them that tampered with it a little bit, or probably was the only one that tampered with it. So
I don't know. Brad Keselowski, I kind of see it. I kind of see Brad's, but McDowell, though? I mean, he's lucky enough to even get up there and compete having the best season.
By far, I think this is statistically,
yeah.
yes. Jinx.
Blackout.
Oh, man. But my gosh, though. As far as them being outside of the chase, it doesn't affect them too much, but it affects them from the standpoint this drops them even lower in the standings, but they're still in. But the Michael McDowell is still inside the top 30. So if he goes out and wins one of the next few races, most likely it could be Daytona, or probably depending on if the parity amongst the setups like plays into his favor, he could win at a place like, say, I don't know, say he pulls a surprise win at Michigan or Watkins Glen.
I was going to say, like, I'd see more of the road courses than I do Michigan.
Right.
Like Indy coming up, he's probably a good pick, but at the same time, you also have to think Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
As well.
Right. That's true.
But I don't really see him having shots at, like, Richmond. Daytona, yes, everyone has a shot, but I don't think you can pull another fantastic, epic race like you did before. Also, I don't really see it at Michigan. Yeah, I don't see Michigan at all.
Well, okay. So let's get on down to some of our other, nice sending TikToks in another group chat that I'm in on Messenger, but that's not important. Let's get to some of the news topics that we've got here. First of all, let's address something that happened that most recently. Kurt Busch is not cleared for Indianapolis yet again, so Ty Gibbs is coming back into the car once again. And I think, ironically enough, the primary sponsor for Indy is going to be Monster Energy.
Honestly, that kind of does fit.
It really does.
Yeah. I just want to say this, though. It sucks for Kurt Busch. And I did see that even then, they gave him the waiver. He's still playoff eligible.
Yes.
He is still playoff eligible. So he'll just have to work extra hard in the playoffs, but he's still eligible. That's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Ty Gibbs, we know he's going to be up in the Cup Series soon. We know it's either going to be this year if Kyle Busch can't find a ride. They'll have to. Joe Gibbs don't want to, but they have to fill that seat.
Yeah.
Ty Gibbs is young talent to fill it up. We all know he's not ready. Joe Gibbs knows his grown grandson isn't ready. But who else can you put in the car?
Exactly.
You can be lucky. You could be lucky with John Hunter Nemechek in the trucks, but I don't know what's that going to do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my thing is that, listen, as much piss as I just dipped Ty Gibbs into.
Tyler Gibbs,
man. I'm using his full name, man. But as much piss as I just dunked Ty Gibbs into, he does have talent. I mean, if he didn't have talent, he wouldn't be in the sport to begin with. But for him to just jump in a car that he's unfamiliar with at the very last, almost what feels like at the last minute, day of, might I add, start in the back, stay out of trouble, work your way to mid-pack, finish 18th, find out you're finishing 16th after 2 disqualifications.
Let's add on this. Higher than Cole Custer.
Yeah. On your debut race. It's not too bad. It's not too bad for what? He's 19?
Yeah.
19? Yeah. So
the last time we saw like a 19-year-old race in the Cup Series, he won at New Hampshire. And ironically, it's the guy I hate. I just realized this irony. The kids who are driving at 19 years old, doing Cup races, winning a Cup race. His hated driver is doing it now. Mine done it a while back, and it's a 2018 champion.
Yeah, but now Ty Gibbs is back, driving at the Indy road course, and chances are, I mean, he does have a knack for road courses. We've seen it before.
Oh yeah.
And there's a chance that he's gonna run up at the front. As much as I painfully don't want to see that, we're all gonna see it anyway.
I don't know about the Cup Series, but I know Xfinity Series. His road course game has been pretty interesting, and the lineup. We'll get to the lineup for that because we now have the entry list and surprising drivers in almost all the series.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not Truck Series, but we still have some really crazy names to add on. We'll talk about that later. How about we go with? Let's switch gears to this bombshell that happened recently. RCR released a photo about a random person behind. You know what I'm talking about. And the date was August 2nd.
You know something? People figured it out right away, so instantly, that it was Austin Hill. It's Austin Hill. Take a picture of him, like, posing in his Xfinity fire suit, and then put it side by side, or try to fit it in with the silhouette that they used. It's Austin Hill.
Yeah, everyone's saying Austin Hill. I kind of see it, but I don't know what the announcement for Austin Hill. If they're smart, it's a sponsorship. It's a sponsorship deal.
Here's the deal. The problem is, if you look at the picture that they used, you got the RCR logo on the bottom right, and you have the Cup logo on the bottom left. So chances are,
oh no,
he'll be I think he might be driving part-time for the remainder of this year. Might be.
Okay.
It could be, but we'll have to wait until August 2nd to hear the official word.
Part-time, I can back part-time.
Yeah. It'll
I
probably
can.
be a 33 car, if anything.
Oh yeah, that 33. Oh wait, not 31.
Well,
I
you can.
forgot. I forgot. I
Well,
forgot.
if NASCAR allowed triple digit numbers back, you could go with 031 or 310.
Yeah. I, I'd say 33. Unless they want to bring back the 27 or the 29, I wouldn't be surprised. But I honestly think that I do agree with 33. I hope that's it, and not like saying he's replacing Tyler Reddick in the Cup Series.
Well, if anything,
That
if
is
that's
the
gonna
worst.
see if that's gonna be the case, it'll be for 2024.
Oh, it better be for 2024.
Yeah.
That better be the news for because that would be acceptable, and then have him run part time.
Yeah.
Tyler Hill is a good driver. We've seen him in the Truck Series. He's been in the Truck Series for like 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
You said
What
Tyler Hill.
did I say? Tyler Hill?
Yeah.
God damn it!
I mean, Tyler Hill's good too. Don't get me wrong. Even though he's been racing in trucks for about 2 years, part-time basis. But
Austin Hill, damn it! I didn't even catch myself either. I'm hearing myself saying, I'm like,
hey, it's like if I said
Oh.
the truck series was racing on
Yeah.
the Indy road course, and I told future me to edit that out, splice it up a little bit. But
Hey, what-
I think I'm gonna have to fire myself as editor. So
yeah, I'll put it. I'll be taught. I'll be taught by him and learn to edit videos.
sure. But yeah, Austin Hill is
feel like-
definitely a heck of
Yeah.
a talent for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Austin Hill's a good talent. He's racing good, and both Xfinity's doing really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's won 2 restrictor plate, yes, but you look at all the other tracks he's raced at. Like, almost. You don't have wins, but he's been finishing top 5s in places, especially
Yeah.
road courses.
Yeah.
Austin Hill's actually a guy I'm looking at for Watkins Glen as a contender. I don't know about winner, but definitely a contender.
Definitely a contender. 100%.
This is what, like, I hope the announcement for Austin Hill is like, he's the driver for 2024 and he's doing part-time for 2023. That would be the news I would love to see.
Yeah.
If they cut out Reddick and put him in 2023, you are dumb.
You stupid.
RCR, you lost me.
I lost. Well, let's talk about some other teams that are that have dropped some very, very interesting bombshells that some we've seen coming. For example, Team Hezeberg is announced that they will be fielding a second car for the following races: Brickyard, Watkins Glen, and the Charlotte Roval. The number 26 will be piloted by former Formula One driver Daniel Kvyat, who has expressed he's expressed interest in racing in NASCAR, and it's finally happening. It's going to happen. So I'm really excited for this.
I mean, I will be completely honest, and I've said this before when we recorded yesterday, or did part 1 yesterday, but I don't know Formula One, IndyCar. I don't know people there, so that name I don't know on top of my head. But hey, get other guys trying to come in and race, have to try their hand in that. That is going to be really interesting.
This is what I love about the next gen. What it's done is that it's opened the door for like other international drivers and other drivers from other series to come to NASCAR and try their hand at road courses with this Cup car. It's been I've voiced my opinion on it before. I mean, we've got Kimi Räikkönen coming at Watkins Glen here the next couple weeks.
Mention
so,
that. Yeah, I forgot his name. I was going to mention, like, we have a guy coming in for a third car for Trackhouse from, I forget where he's from. I will be, like I said,
Finland.
I've forgotten. Finland.
Kimmy's from Finland.
And I forgot what track he's not track what series he ran at. I think it's Formula One. I
Yeah,
don't
it is
remember.
Formula One.
You got two old Formula One drivers coming into NASCAR, trying their hand, both at Watkins Glen. Not to mention Helio Castro Neves trying to get a ride in the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
Thanks to this SRX win. Congratulations to Mario Andretti, by the way.
Marco.
What?
Mario didn't win the championship.
Marco, I am. I'm getting names mixed up. Okay? Bear with me. I'm trying, people. I'm trying.
Oh my gosh.
Funny moment. I already know. Funny moments of July is going to be mostly about me. I'm already calling it now.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Even though there's no controversy there, we think Ryan Newman's the champion, but we'll come back. That's for another time.
That's for another time.
But anyways, again, Helio Castroneves was promised a ride at Daytona.
Yeah.
We don't know where, we don't know when, but we think it's going to be at the 91 for Trackhouse, and I love this. I love this plan. Do I think the Indy guy, the Formula One guy, is going to do good, Hindenburg, this week? Probably not. You could surprise me if he learns the car, but I doubt it, honestly. Because that team's still new, still learning. But great experience for the next gen.
Absolutely.
Hell, we could get the two guys I would love to see come back, at least for a one-off race. I've mentioned his name, Marcus Ambrose. Mentioned his name. Mm-hmm. Love to him to come back. And then you got Juan Pablo Montoya, who I don't think has raced since 2014.
Correct.
We drove the third car for Team Penske in the 12th, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Last race, the Brickyard 400, ironically enough.
But good for them. And let's go from great news to not so great news.
All right, let's hear this one, actually.
Brandon Brown.
Yeah. I did
not
post
be
that.
Full-time anymore.
Yeah. Well, actually, hold on. So this is the statement that they put out. That Brandon put out 5 days ago. It says here that I regret to inform the news that I will not be piloting the number 68 Camaro for Brandon Built Motorsports next weekend at the Indy Road Course. This was a collective decision made between myself and the team and solely relates to the lack of sponsorship funding that is needed for me to compete each weekend. Stepping out of the number 68 and away from BMS, the team that I've spent my entire life helping to build is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. But it's the decision that is best for the sake of keeping BMS on track and our team members employed. We've been an underdog team and driver combo since the very beginning and have battled adversity during every step of our motorsports journey. And if there's anything that I've learned from hardworking men and women at BMS is that we never quit and always persevere. I like to wish Austin Dillon, who is stepping in the 68, all the best next weekend and hope to see him give the number 68 a strong showing. I'd also like to thank Mike Harmon Racing for giving me the opportunity to stay on track in Indy as I will be driving the number 47 Chevy. To all my fans and current sponsors, I am beyond grateful for your continued support. I think this announcement accurately proves just how important each of you truly are. I'm looking forward to getting back on track with BMS tomorrow at Pocono, which already happened, as well as returning to the number 68 at Michigan, as many races as I have funding for that. Okay, I will keep working as hard as I can. So he's gonna be back in the 68 at Michigan and whatever other races that he'll have funding at.
But this just tells me that he is not. He's not going to be involved in the playoffs anymore.
He might not be. which
So I've already taken him out of my playoff deal.
yeah.
Like, kind of sucks too, because he was underdog. He was definitely an underdog.
No, 100%. He really was.
I thought he was going to.
Yeah.
If anyone could have pointed his way in, I believe it was going to be him. But
He would have been the sleeper pick to get in. That is for sure. But because of the lack of basically sponsorship and whatever fundings that he's kind of struggling with, I don't know if that's going to be the case. So,
like I said, it sucks for him because he's such a good driver.
he really
He
is.
made the playoffs last. He didn't make the playoffs last year. That's right.
No, but he did win
He made the
Talladega
playoffs the
last
year
year.
before. He won Talladega last year, and he made the playoffs the year before. That's right.
Yeah. Well,
I bet I messed up on everything. I messed up on what I'm saying, but even then, it just sucks.
well, here's another very interesting thing that could involve a little bit of discussion, but I don't know for sure until I bring it up. Adam Stern posted up on Twitter not too long ago, as of right now, about an hour and a half ago. NASCAR has known for some time that Camping World was not renewing, so it's a good chance that they're not coming back to the Truck Series as the title sponsor, and it's well down the line with a potential replacement per sources. Here's something interesting. The leading candidate is believed to be Craftsman.
No surprise.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
Craftsman Truck Series. Why does this ring a bell?
Hey, good old times, baby. Good old times.
Well, I'm just looking at the guy I looked at. This guy I looked on. I look at this guy on Instagram called Wave Around and get some of the news from him. I'm looking at the comments. I see Craftman, Bass Pro, Menards. Okay, yeah, those seem at anything. Craftman, anything. Stanley Tools, Amazon.
Huh?
Amazon.
That does not have a good ring to it at all.
The Amazon Truck Series. What jungle are we going to visit now?
And it looks like Matt Crafton is going to deliver a win to No. Amazon Prime, 20 to go.
20 stops to go.
Oh my gosh. Just think, hold on. Just think if next year all the pit stops are sponsored by Amazon.
Just think. Pit stop number 1. We're on lap like, let's say 3 of 60. Depends on the track.
Yeah.
We got I forgot how I did the joke. Hold on.
He's got to think about
We got our Amazon. We got our Amazon Prime. 58 laps to go. 58 stops to go.
58 stops to go.
Because they add an extra lap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. I think my math is off this time. I don't know. I think. Oh well. Anyways, you get the joke. You guys get my joke.
Yeah.
Anyways,
let's. I think we've gone through all the news that we need to. So why don't we pull out our handy dandy entry lists and take a look at the Indianapolis Road Course as well as Indianapolis Raceway Park IRP for the opening race for the Truck Series playoffs.
This will be interesting. We still don't even know who's looking at this. The 20 is still open. We don't know who's racing in the 20.
The 20 in trucks?
Nothing's been confirmed about who's in the 20 for the trucks.
Oh.
Truck Series.
Yeah. Well, that'll be interesting.
Might be Kaz Grall. No, wait. Kaz Grall is in the 01. Oh, no. Kaz Grall is in the 02. might be Austin Dillon.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd say it could be. There's a chance. Let me pull up the Indianapolis
Oh
entry list. There
yeah,
we go.
I forgot. Is it Ross Chastain's family member, brother? I think supposed to be in this race too.
Chad Chastain, man. It's Chad Chastain. When I first saw that, I'm like, has he raced before in the truck series? And then I saw there was no rookie stripes on the truck. I'm like, oh, he probably has. Yeah, he probably has. But I don't recall. I really don't recall seeing him race in the truck series before.
I don't know, but this list is going to be interesting for that. It's a short track, so I'm trying to look and see who all had which short track guy might be the best, and it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll come back to trucks now. Looking at the Xfinity entry list, this is where it gets interesting. You know how I mentioned that we had surprising drivers popping up?
Yeah.
Let me list a couple of these guys for you. The '02 Brett Moffitt, yeah. '07 we got Chase Briscoe
Yep.
instead of Cole Custer. Andy Lally is in the '08. Then got Mayer, Creed, Bailey Curry, Scott Heckert. Heckert? I don't even know how to
Heckert.
say that name.
Scott Heckert.
I don't know what that is. Sorry. Ty Dillon is back in the six. Then Allgaier, Barry, Gregson, Castle, Hemrick, Perez, Allmendinger, all those. But here's the two that gets interesting. Alex Bowman's in the 17 for Hendricks.
Yep.
And Bubba Wallace is back in the 18 since Coda.
I have seen that 18 car that Bubba's running. It's
I've seen
actually
it too. It's
not bad.
not bad looking. Then, of course, we got Brandon Jones, Austin Hill, Anthony Alfredo, Satino Ferrucci. I do not remember where he came. I've heard that name. I just can't remember.
IndyCar. He comes from IndyCar.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. We got, of course, Burton Snyder.
Smiter.
Shut up. Weatherman. We got Parker Klingerman back in the 35.
That's right, brother.
LeBay. We got Patrick Gallagher. Okay. Sorry. Sieg
Ellis.
Yeah, Ryan Sieg. Ryan Ellis is back. I haven't seen him in a while. Sage Karam. Brandon Brown, we mentioned he's in the 47. Kaz Gralla will be in the 48. Ooh, that actually would be interesting news if Kaz Gralla got a part-time Xfinity for RCR.
Probably.
Anyways, Clements, Gibbs, Gailey in 66. Austin Dillon, we mentioned, in the 68. Josh Williams, and here's something. We got Miguel Paludo back.
Yes. Miguel Paludo is back.
And then Mason, Felipe, I don't know. So, Preston Pardis. Ross Chastain back in the 92. And Riley Herbst. 42. Which is nothing new to Xfinity, but you look at some of these names, it's like...
Only two will go home.
Really? Only two?
Yeah, because it's like 40 car fields.
I thought it always felt like 38 or something, so only...
Numbers fluctuate for some reason. The highest number that they can go to nowadays is 40 cars. Some of them will have 37, some will have 36 or 39.
True. But you look at Xfinity. Xfinity's going to be interesting. This is going to be hard to predict the win. It's already hard to predict the winner as it is. Now we got this.
Yeah.
A cluster of drivers.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to come back to that one. I think we need to, in my opinion, I'd say we need to save the Xfinity for last.
That'll be interesting. All right.
How the cluster of how all this is. This is not just a regular race. I mean, you look at like I mentioned some of the names. You got Briscoe back in here. We got we got both the Dillon brothers. We got Wallace in here. We got Bowman. Got Ross Chastain. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
It will be.
And then the Cup Series is regularly followed. All the regular guys, Chastain, Cedric, Dillon, etc. No, only surprise is the name, please.
Daniel Kvyat.
Thank you.
Loris Heseman's back. And also Joey Hand's back.
Oh yeah, Joey Hand's back.
Yeah. And then who else?
Joey Hand. Was it Joey Hand that did? No, that was Andy Lally. Who was that Road America that actually did good in a Rick Ware equipment?
That is Joey Hand.
That was Joey Hand?
Yeah, he finished second in stage 2.
I didn't remember, but still, Joey Hand will be interesting to see. And of course, we got Ty Gibbs in the 45. Hope Kurt Busch is all good.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Well, you ready to get on down to it?
I'd say let's do it.
It's time for our predictions. So for those who are brand new to the show, here's how we do our picks. We give you a driver who we think is going to win. That's actually pretty self-explanatory. Driver to stay away from is the driver that hasn't been doing well the last couple weeks, or we're just coming up to a track to where they just suck at. Dark horse is the exact opposite. So Indianapolis road course, man, and I got to tell you, when it comes to going to Michigan, one more Sunday, man. We got to wait one more Sunday. The countdown is on. Yeah, about what is it? What is it now? It's like 10 days coming up on, like, when this episode drops on a Thursday. Never done before. So.
Oh yeah, and then that is just it's at 8 days till I just start my flight over to Michigan.
That's right. All right, here we go. Wyatt. Sorry. Oh. But Wyatt!
I forgot what's it.
You're up first.
All right, and I don't know what he's going to be doing this, but on the Truck Series, I like to keep doing with the playoff guys. Even if I like doing this with the playoff guys, so even if like all 10 of them finish past the top, past half of them, I still like do like who I think is dark horse, stay away, and all that between them.
Yeah.
All the other guys are kind of irrelevant now. No offense to any of them, but it's like we're now more focused on the playoff guys since it's the truck playoffs.
Yeah.
And I will say the same thing to all the other ones. So, let's start off with the dark horse. The dark horse in the playoffs for this race you know what? I'll say him. I'd say Chandler Smith. It's a short track, and I believe he's pretty good on short tracks. So he's going to be a guy I pick. Driver stay away from. He's not been doing the best the last few races. He's probably going to make it out of the round of 10, but I just don't see him making it further. I have to go with Ben Rhodes.
Oh.
Ben Rhodes has not been how he was at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
The driver to win. Mine's been between two people. One I think is a good short track guy. The other one has been Dominic. I think I'm going to go with Dominic. I'm going to go Zane Smith.
Nice.
I'm going Zane Smith. Now, like I said, I think Xfinity is going to be the big boy this week. So I'm going to jump right over the Cup Series real quick.
Xfinity going to be the big boy.
Like me. Anyways, I've been thinking long and hard on this one, and I think I got a pretty okay one.
Yeah.
So, my dark horse driver, He won last year, but not the Cup Series. Austin Cindric is my dark horse. We've seen how the guys race the Xfinity race and go up the Cup. Literally last year, actually no, 2020, first time we popped up in Xfinity.
Yeah.
The first three that was battling was Cindric, Allmendinger, and Briscoe.
Yeah.
I lost his name for a minute. And two of them, and one, all three of them have wins in there in different places.
Yeah.
Briscoe won the first race. Cindric won the second race. And then you come up to the Cup Series. Allmendinger won, but Briscoe had a chance to win. So, and he was a rookie. So, I think this is going to be interesting. So, I'm going to go Cindric as my dark horse. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think Briscoe is my driver to win.
Interesting.
I think Briscoe is going to learn from his mistakes last year and get the victory and get his second win of the season.
You very well could.
I've been keeping an eye on him. I've been having this date down. I think this is where he'll get it. He can buckle up and he'll get it. Now, my drivers stay away from. This is tough. I can't say Ty Gibbs. I know how he'll be. At least he'll be in the Xfinity Series, and he'll come up to the Cup. So I can't say him. I will say this guy, teammate to Briscoe. Want to take a wild guess?
Harvick.
No.
Custer. Jinx.
Custer. I was thinking Harvick, but I see more of this going to Custer. Custer is not living the expectations that I was going to when he went to drive for them. And after 2020, he was doing good, but then he just went downhill.
He really fell off. Like, ever since after 2020, he really hasn't been the same. He'll run good, but the numbers don't back it up.
And he's supposed to have been one of the most dominant guys in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah.
And this is his way of showing. Reddick and Bell are showing him up. I think Bell's more showing both of them up.
Yeah.
Not just having both wins, but he's still running up there. So, Reddick finally got a win, and I'm expecting him to get more wins. Reddick was supposed to have been, in my eyes, I think Reddick should have been the Rookie of the Year, not Cole Custer. I think Reddick and Bell should have been like, Bell should have been both the champion, or Reddick and Bell should have been champion. But I think in both the Xfinity races that all three were dominant, and I don't think Cole Custer would have been champion. I think Reddick and Bell should have been side-by-side champions in my eyes. But that's my thing. I didn't pick Allmendinger. He's a good one, but I'll come back to him.
Okay.
So now let's go to the Brickyard for Xfinity.
The Brickyard
Oh
for
boy.
Xfinity.
Oh boy. See how this goes. Dark horse. You know what? This is an easy dark horse. Austin Hill.
Yes.
I think Austin Hill is an easy dark horse. He's really good on. I'm not picking any of the Cup guys. I want to say Ross Chastain. Love to put Ross Chastain in the category, but I don't see it. I'm not putting him up there. I see it, but I'm not putting him up there. And this guy is not a Cup guy, but he's going to be a guy I'm putting as a stay away. I'm sorry, but we got the Road America. Yes, it was a different one, but I can't. I'm sorry, buddy. Miguel Paludo. I'm sorry, but I gotta put Miguel Paludo.
Doing him dirty.
I'm doing him dirty, but I just can't. I just don't see it. He can probably prove me wrong, but I just don't see it from Miguel Paludo. After I saw Road America, where he didn't even show up at all. I don't even remember if he showed up at the other road courses as well. So I just have to pick him.
Right.
This guy, I said his name, and I think he's going to now join Cindric and Briscoe. I think Allmendinger will win the Xfinity race. He won the Cup race last year, getting Kaulig Racing their first ever Cup win. And this is going to be another win in the Xfinity Series for Kaulig Racing for our number 16 team, AJ Allmendinger.
Wow. Good choices. Very good choices right there. But it's going to be pretty interesting when we get down to my predictions. So therefore, speaking of, it is my turn. So here we go. Driver to win. Here's the deal with this one. I could either go with somebody dominant or some underdog in the chase picture, which that's most likely what I'm going to be focusing on. But I'm gonna.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna say for my driver to win. Man, this will be pretty interesting. Well, yeah, Johnny Sauter is back, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
But
I was still wanting to pick like playoff guys.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say for my driver to win. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. I think I'm gonna say. Screw it. I think I'm gonna go with John Nemechek as the driver to win.
He was the other guy I was thinking.
So, like I said, speed. He's got speed on his side. I mean, he's got really fast trucks. So. And
he won Richmond, which I think he's going to be a threat to win the next Richmond race too.
Could be.
That's what. He was my second pick. He was my other guy, so I like that pick.
Driver to stay away from. Yeah, that's right. Lane Riggs. I forgot about him. He's Scott Riggs' son.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I saw the name when we started that, but it's like. Huh.
The driver to stay away from. I think I'm gonna say. This is gonna be tough to choose a driver to stay away from. So I guess I'll probably go outside of the playoff realm here.
Coward.
Hey. This ain't for points, so points don't matter right now.
All right, Drew Carey.
Yeah, welcome to the Gamers Talk NASCAR, where we just BS our way through this show and points don't matter. Starting up, we've got Ryan. I forgot his last name. Man, it's been a while since I've seen those Who's Line clips, but that doesn't pertain to this. Styles, thank you.
Bro, I can tell you the names of all the guys. I loved Who's Line anyway.
Wayne Brady's the only other one that I know the full name of. But driver to stay away from in trucks. Driver to stay away from in trucks. I think I'm going to say Ty Majeski.
Yeah, I kind of get it.
No.
I was thinking about him too.
Dark.
Hey, you have to pick the playoff guy.
Yeah, I was just like, well, I couldn't think of anybody. And I was like, oh, Ty Majeski. I see his name right here. Plop. Carson Hocevar is going to be my dark horse. Listen to me. He's a short track guy.
I get it.
He's a short track guy. He's finished top 5 in some other short tracks that we've had before. I think even Bristol Dirt. He finished what? Second?
Yeah, he finished second. He could have won that race. There's a lot of races that kid could have won races. I don't doubt that one. I've been thinking about him. He was the guy I was kind of thinking about, so I can back that up.
All right, yes.
Also, Colin Mockery, Brad Sherwood.
Those are your dark horses for the truck race. All right, here we go for Cup.
I'm just showing them up on my Who's Line stuff.
So for my driver to win, okay, maybe he could right his wrong, but
is this for Xfinity or Cup?
this is for Cup. The next gen has shown, the next gen in previous races has shown, you can qualify really good. You could start up front. You can actually run really well. But then all of a sudden, a caution can come out, and you could have, and your strategy in the pits could go moderately wrong. You could get put mid-pack, and that's basically where you're at until the next pit stop comes around. So, my thing is, I could choose him, but I'm probably not. So, for my driver to win, oh, you might not like me for this one, but you might understand at the same time, Almendinger is going to be my driver to win.
How would I not like that?
I don't know.
Why would I not like Almendinger? As I said, like, I didn't think it was going to, but he was going to be the one he was going to run up there and give them a challenge. I like that. I like that pick.
I like it how you're just like, oh man, he's gonna choose Logano.
I was ready for. I was like ready for like, yeah, I could understand why too, but at the same time, Logano, at least hopefully he'll be able to finish, because hopefully we don't have that curve.
Oh my gosh,
anymore.
there was like 25 guys that got piled up in that curb. That hopefully it's not the case. Apparently there's
notable names on the top of my head: Mark Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Joey Logano,
William Byron.
William Byron. I was just thinking about him. A lot of great guys who could have competed for that win took it out by one damn curb.
And that curb apparently was assembled before the race started, but then just kind of came loose as time went on. But driver to stay away from, Bubba Wallace. I'm sorry. I don't have faith in Bubba. I'm sorry.
I will say this: Bubba has starting to improve, but
he has improved. I'll give him credit where it's due, but like, I don't particularly remember him performing all that well at the Indy road course, to be quite honest.
I think he also got wrecked out as well.
I think so.
But I think he was one of the ones that started out. He was the one that went airborne, I think.
Maybe. He probably was the one that did the Dukes of Hazzard move. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking.
Either that or it was probably Corey LaJoy. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
But
your dark horse is Ty Gibbs, right?
My dark horse being Ty Gibbs. Well, you know, I think it's good that he's getting Cup experience, but no, he's not. As much as Zachary Taylor, Daniel Voiles, Nathan Norman. Let's see. I could go on and on and on and on with how many people would think that I would either choose Ty Gibbs as the driver to win or my dark horse, but they think I'm Ty Gibbs' #1 fan. No. All of you are really wrong about that, even though you guys are going to pick on me, and I know there's somebody's going to start up a live stream and just, you know, eventually say Ty Gibbs is my favorite driver. I will be watching, by the way. I know White will do it, but I know the other person, one of the people that I referred to in that little list, they're going to say it. I will be keeping an eye on you for that. But
oh my god. I was just putting my hands like, I thought you were about to say give him crap. It's like give you crap, joke about it, but I was going to raise my hand just to be an ass. And then you mentioned like saying like your favorite driver. I'm like, oh no. I will join in on streaming and joking with him about him, but I know well.
Here's my dark horse. Here we go for my dark horse for the Cup side. I think he's very. The last couple races that he's done, very good, very good, very impressive for the type of equipment that he's driving.
Yeah, Josh Bilicki.
Joey Hand is my dark horse. Bilicki does fine, but I don't think he'll perform to the same capabilities as Joey Hand will. All right, here we go with what Wyatt will call the big boys. This is what the slogan for WCW was, where the big boys play. Here we go. For my driver to win, in the Xfinity side. Oh boy. Well, I'm just gonna go for the obvious, AJ Allmendinger.
Yeah.
That's a given. Driver to stay away from. Oh boy, this is gonna be really tough. But I'm gonna say for my driver to stay away from.
I got another one that people may not like. I don't think you're gonna pick him, but this is gonna be one like if I say it, people are gonna get mad.
My driver to stay away from. I think I'm gonna say Jeb Burton.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Who are you gonna say?
Couple names down.
From Jeb?
Yeah.
Kligerman?
Yeah.
Why?
I just had a feel. It's just the car he's driving. I just don't have much. I'm still going with my main person as my stay away. I forgot who I said, but oh my god, Pluto. But I'm just not sure about Parker, man.
Yeah, I don't know either, but we'll find out. Dark horse. Dark horse.
Ty Gibbs.
Totally.
He's just ignoring me now.
My dark horse is
I'm
I'm gonna agree with you on Austin Hill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with you on Austin Hill. He shows speed on the road courses by far. I think he's finished top 10 Dakota and Road America the last couple times.
I think he finished top 3.
Top 3.
Dakota, if I remember. I think he finished top 3 at Dakota. Either that or top 5. I don't remember, but he finished pretty damn good that race.
Well,
I thought it was a top 3 finish. I could be wrong.
Well, thank the Lord we got racing reference. No, I don't want 2021. I want the next year. Here we go.
Yeah, we don't want to see Kyle Busch.
Let's see.
We already see him enough of him as it is. He still can't get a damn ride.
Austin. So Coda finished second.
Oh, I was right.
And then Road America.
Road America, I think he did get like a top 10 or something.
Road America, Austin Hill finished 4th.
Oh, top 5, as I was saying.
So.
As I was saying.
Very interesting. All right. Oh,
Austin
boy.
Hill is probably one of the most underdog guys for road courses.
Yeah. He is one of those sleeper picks, that is for sure. But, all right. We've pretty much done everything that we needed to do within 48 hours, or 24 hours, really, to be specific. So, any final thoughts before we get the Indianapolis weekend underway?
No, but I will point out this. As I'm looking back on references as well. Austin Hill also got a top 3 at Portland.
No, yeah.
So, he's definitely a damn good pick for that. Just looking at other stuff, but no, I don't have anything else. I can't wait for Indy, and then we have, when this comes out, 10 more days. But for me, 8 more days till I get on my flight.
That's right. That's right. But alrighty, I think that's going to do it here for this episode of the Gamers Talk NASCAR podcast. I want to thank you guys a lot for watching and listening on Spotify. If you're watching on YouTube, if you haven't considered subscribing yet, be sure to subscribe in order to keep up with some fine content coming out in the near future. And be sure to hit that like button as well while you're at it. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, be sure to follow the this podcast on Spotify so that way you don't miss a single episode. And that pretty much does it for us. On behalf of Wyatt Walker, I'm Elijah Leonard signing out, and we'll see you in the next one.
See y'all.